very good facility, and also we have collaboration with the other institutions, research centers, not only in India, in Australia, USA, Europe countries, we have collaboration we have started. So the actual development of some of the suggested products definitely should be possible. At least in another 5 or 10 years, we should be able to bring out those products. At least we should be associated with those industries who will bring out those new products. We will be helping them to bring those nano products. I also thank Dr. Vinod Bhatt for giving the opportunity and bringing out, helping us to bring out this book, and we will venture to write several such good books for Manipal University, and also we will help to market those books. We will promise that. So with this, once again, I thank all the colleagues and all the dignitaries who are gracing this occasion for your encouragement and attending the program. Again, thanks to all the co-authors, editors, and all the invited guests. Thank you very much.
May I now call upon Dr. Vinod Bhatt to give his presidential address.
Dr. Valiyathan, Dr. Udupa, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Ramdas Pai was to be here for this function, but he's preoccupied with an important visitor on campus. Therefore, he sent his regrets, but he has sent a message nevertheless, and I thought I should read this out in this meeting. I'm glad a reference book exploring nanotechnology in healthcare, edited by Professor N. Udupa, Research Director for Health Sciences, is being released today. His team is dedicated to research in novel drug delivery systems for more than 2 decades, and the publication of this book is the outcome of his prolific research activities carried out with sponsorship by government and industrial agencies in India and abroad. My congratulations to Dr. Udupa and his dedicated team. I also congratulate Manipal University Press for publishing this book. Signed, Dr. Ramdas M. Pai, President and Chancellor, Manipal University. This is for you. Having done away with that duty, a few thoughts on this day. We are really pushed into setting up Manipal University Press. It was a mandate of the board of Manipal University to say we should set up a university press, a publication division, to disseminate what's happening here, to encourage our faculty to write, also to get other faculty from universities across the world to use this opportunity for publication of their works. Having set out those objectives, we added a few more, saying that we are known for our health sciences and medicine. We should also use that to educate, to create awareness around us, to link up with evidence-based medicine and convert that into a message for common people, both in English and other vernacular languages. And these were things that went into the thought process. This was also one of those things where conception was difficult and delivery was easy. It's usually the other way around. And here we had, with sitting and thinking about it and going nowhere. And then one day we said, let's go ahead and do this. So the opportunity came when we got funding from the delegation of European Union to India, where under the grant, we had set out to publish 2 books on Madhva philosophy and we did not mention that we will be publishing through University Press. The mandate was to publish 2 works of Dvaita philosophy. And here we had funding for printing those books. There was a mandate from the board to set up the University Press, and we said, let's go ahead and do. And that's how the University Press came into being. And Dr. Neeta was there right from the beginning, and she has been the one who has been driving, putting the systems and processes in place in terms of selection of title, setting up the editorial board, setting up the advisory board, the process of the managing the intellectual property, copywriting, legal advice, proofreading, copy editing, design, a whole lot of things. So Dr. Udupa, whom I always admire as a person who can handle large teams, and today you saw in a 250-page book, I think he honored 260 people. And University Press is something similar, and this is a large team, and Neeta manages it very well. Large team, 3 full-time employees, but over 100 volunteers. And this is how we function. The volunteers are there amongst faculty, faculty spouses, faculty who have gone on sabbatical, faculty from other universities, people not connected with the university at all, housewives. These are people who contribute their time. And they follow a style sheet of the University Press, go through the style sheet and the work, and come out with their corrections on the text and coordinate through one editor who is appointed for the selected book. I do not know who was the editor. Dr. Anjali was the editor for this. So similarly, we have set out those processes and we abide by those processes. And as we are growing, we think we have now reached a stage where we can publish 2 books a month. So gone are the days when we were publishing 1 in 2 months. So we are now reaching a point of 2 books a month. So we have 2 other faculty assisting Dr. Neeta, Dr. Soma Nair, and Dr. Kirtinath Ballal. So these are people who will be assisting Dr. Neeta in seeing the next phase of growth in the volume to be published from Manipal University Press. All the credit for these things should go to Dr. Valyathan. So all good things in Manipal University. In fact, 93 when Dr. Valyathan came here and set up what was then a challenging task of setting up a new university, putting all those things in place and getting us into looking at future and being firmly ground to the, ground in the present. So that was his task. But look at the kind of vision that was shared with the rest of the management and people who worked in the university. He was talking about a center for virology even then, and that came into being in 2010. And I guess 2 publications from Manipal Center for Viral Diseases, Viral Research is they're on their way. And this is one of the hubs for research on the campus, has been receiving large grants, both from national and international agencies. He set up during his tenure the Center for Life Sciences. And at that time, the Center for Laser Spectroscopy was part of Life Sciences Center. And the center grew large enough to be separated out.